Today, 10th November 2020. The appropriateness of today's event cannot be overemphasized, considering the fact that we have just experienced an orchestrated destruction of police and other public and private critical assets, especially in Lagos and some states in Nigeria. Police facilities were vandalized and set ablaze, while policemen in the service of the nation were gruesomely murdered, a fallout of NSAS protest, which started on a peaceful note but later hijacked by hoodlums across the nation. This incident adversely affected the morale of the officers and men of the force to duty, and there is urgent need to boost their morale so that the public space can be adequately and efficiently occupied and the expected security and safety can be effectively in place. This development calls for a sober reflection and the urgent need to go back to the drawing board to first boost the already dampened spirit and morale of our officers and men and holistically partner and engage the members of the public, critical stakeholders and our traditional institutions in ensuring effective and efficient policing of our community in the renewed spirit of community policy. More than any other administration, the present Inspector General of Police, IGP Adamu Mohammed, MPM MNI, place utmost importance to community policing. In order to deepen community engagement in policing, advisory committees from states to the community level were created with the introduction of community special constable expected to represent each community. This is aimed at creating the needed environment for citizens and other stakeholders to be involved in identifying problems of security and safety in their locality and work out appropriate and clinical response to them. More than ever before, law-abiding citizens, critical stakeholders, organizations, corporate bodies, traditional institutions, as well as many Nigerians should resolve to partner with the police to provide the much needed safety and security for our environment so that businesses and indeed nation's economy will blossom and our neighborhood will become a safe haven. The police cannot be everywhere at all times. The public can greatly augment the information gathering and capabilities of the police and ensuring sustained partnership, which is called community intelligence generation mechanisms. Officers and men of this noble profession should put in the past behind them in the spirit of nationhood and assiduously work to correct the negative perception of the public about police officers and policing. We must have a change of attitude to our duty and put the people at the center point of policing. That is to say, our policing strategy should be people-centric, satisfactory to the people, and good enough to remove fear and uncertainty in the mind of the people anytime they have contact with the police. It should be the one that demonstrates that policing can be done in a manner that does the least harms and even prevent violence. Police must be available and respond to call or request for assistance regardless of status or background. Ensure accessibility and high police visibility. You must be helpful to the members of the public and respond to requests in a manner that is sympathetic and showing empathy. By responding to individual routine security concerns, police will more likely persuade community members of the benefits of assisting police. You should be a problem solver and know the art of resolving disputes. You should also be fair and respectful, courteous, tolerant, tactful, open-minded, and slow to judge. You should show competency and high level of professionalism and respond expeditiously to fear and concerns seriously. Still, on ethical conduct, you should understand that your actions are subject to laws and regulations, and use of firearms, by strictly applying Force Order 237. Citizens have the right to expect proper behavior from you, while in reciprocity, you deserve respect and recognition. Life is sacrosanct, and your life is not less important to the life of every other Nigerian. When you are being unlawfully attacked, or the facility you sworn to protect is being attacked, you have every responsibility to defend your person and the facility from any unwarranted attack in line with all legislations and extant laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Professional police standards of ethical conduct include commitment to behave honorably and with integrity, steadfastly adhering to high moral principles and professional activity. You should conduct yourself in and off duty in such a manner as to maintain trust and confidence. You should avoid practices intended to take undue advantage of others or conflict of interest, and should uphold organizational standards and policies and all relevant legislations. You must not allow feelings, prejudices, animosities or influence your decision. Enforce the law cautiously and appropriately without fear or malice or ill will, and never use unnecessary force or violence. You must resist temptation to abuse powers and be willing to adhere to these values and police in line with international best practices, and clearly define United Nations policy standards and acceptable rules or codes of professional ethics. Policy-centered, people-centered policy built on a foundation of trust, transparency, and accountability will massively engender public support that is in line with democratic policy, and because the police is the public and the public is the police. This will help in diffusing tension in line with federal government police reforms policies. Community fora that have developed sound and trusting partnership between the public and the police will also be invaluable in diffusing tension in crisis situations, like what was experienced recently. You must all go back to your commands. You must all go back to your formations. You must all go back to your divisions and build needed trust and partnership with your community and critical stakeholders to make your area safe and secure. Because I believe God will continue to protect His country. God will continue to protect Nigeria police. And God will continue to be behind us and at our back at always when we are performing our duties. I have no doubt in my mind that the quality of policy will improve for better as we are leaving this place today. And the public perception about policy will be positively inclined towards new ethical values, standards, and strategies in line with new police reforms as profiled and engineered by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Inspector General of Police. Once again, my colleagues, our foot soldiers, God will always be with you. God will also continue to protect you. And God will continue to sanctify the unity, integrity, indivisibility, indissolubility of this country. Thank you and God bless.